Hello, it's Tracy with Totally Trace. It's Wednesday, so I am here live with you to do a demonstration of a card. And I'm going to be doing a card for the 30-day card making challenge. And today is day 19. I gotta say, when I first started this, I didn't know if I would be able to keep up with it. And I said from the beginning that I'm just gonna do my best and forgive myself if I don't make a day. And I'm proud to say that today's day 19 and I've been able to keep up with it. And I'm even a little ahead. So for example, tomorrow and Friday's card is already made. So the reels for those will be going live tomorrow at 9 a.m. So today's challenge is called North Pole, and it's supposed to be the elves working in their workshop. So, of course, I went to my favorite stamp set for this year, Festive Friends, and I was thinking, all right, what could I do of elves working in their workshop? And this morning I sat down, I thought, all right, I'm going to make a slimline card and I'm just going to have a bunch of elves on it. In fact, I even stamped 5 of these cute little elves in Memento ink for it. And then all day it was just bothering me. So the whole time I'm at work, I was thinking, well, I don't know if this is what I really want to do. And when I say the whole day at work, if you know me, I'm a teacher. And so really you don't have time to think of all that. But anytime I had a break, I was really thinking, what could I do different? And it wasn't until I was on my way home that I had the light bulb moment of, what does a workshop mean? And I thought, why can't I use trusty tools? So it's why I'm loving this challenge, is because it's really making me think outside the box. It's making me get out of my comfort zone. So again, full transparency, I don't know if this card's going to turn out or not. I wouldn't normally pair trusty tools with Festive Friends, but here we go. So I wanted to create like several different scenes of a workshop. And I thought the only way to do that is a fun fold. So I went into my stash of what is a card that I can trace, because that's my name, Totally Trace, because I trace ideas from other people. I want you to trace my ideas, and I trace my own ideas sometimes. So this is a card that I made, I don't know, probably back in March. Love this. I think it was called Ocean Friends. Funny that I'm using Festive Friends. And this is in my BOGO sale too. Another one that I'll be sad to see go, but I'm hoping it'll go to a loving home. So this is the fun folds that I was going to try and replicate. It does open again if it'll let me. There we go. So I was thinking I could do this today. And so that's what we're going to try, but we're going to try and do Festive Friends with some trusty tools, and we'll find out together how this works out. If you are joining me, say hi, give me feedback as we're going along. Let me know where you're from. I always love to know if you are a demonstrator or someone that's just following along, somebody that's trying to make their own version. Talk to me, because it gets a little weird when I'm by myself on this side of the camera. All right, so to start, I'm using Garden Green, and so this is 11 by 4 1/4, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. And then I've got my white piece of paper, which it's 1/4 inch down, so 4 inch by 5 1/4. And I'm going to run this through an embossing folder. So I pulled out my Forever Plaid. This is a great Christmas embossing folder. So I'm just going to put that in and run it through. And so it comes out looking like that. All right, and then of course these, I don't remember the exact measurements, but I'm going to tell them to you. So we'll measure it here together. All right, so this one is 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I want these. So 4 1/4 by 2 1/2, 4 by, they're both 2 1/2. All right, so my longer one I want as my bottom piece, and then I want that there. So I'm just kind of layering here to see where I want to create my fold, because we're going to make flaps out of these. So this one looks like if I cut off about 1/2 inch, this one looks like it's going to be closer to 1 inch that I want to cut off. Yeah, or not cut off, score. All right, so I'm going to score this at 1 inch. I'll score this one at 1/2 inch. And so what's going to happen is, see, we'll tuck it there so that this becomes a flap. And we'll tuck this one here so it becomes a flap. Now, I'm not going to glue down yet. I never glue anything down till I am satisfied with it. All right, so my next challenge with this one is thinking about paper to use, because I have done so many Christmas cards. I'm running out of Christmas cards. Hi, Linda. Yes, I know you've been following me for a while. Oh, thanks. You love my ideas. I'm glad that you are following. And I did not know you were from Canada, though. All right, so like I said, running out of Christmas paper, so I had to start thinking, which this is a challenge for me. I like my things in a box, so if it's Christmas paper, it's Christmas paper. This is, oh, what's the name of this one? Lovely Garden. I think it's on the last chance list. I did have a class with it. Love this paper. But look, the back side of this is green, so why not use it for Christmas? And then I did go into my retired stash. So this is from Snowy Wonder. I don't know if that's the name of the designer series paper, from last year. And so I thought these coordinated well together. So those are the papers I am using. And I want my less bold one to be on top. So let me just see. And I'm going to go down 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to remind myself 2.5 by 3.5. So instead of 2.5, we're going to go 2 3/8. And instead of 3.5, we're going to go 3 3/8. And then we'll just make sure that that looks right. Yep, that's how I wanted that. All right, and then for this piece, oh, I see. Tracy is watching. Oh, Tracy, we spell our names the same way. I don't think I've ever met somebody that has the EY. So 2.5 by 3.25. So we're going to go 2 3/8 by 3 1/8. I'm just questioning that because I was kind of talking in the middle of it. Nope, that looks right. Okay. All right, so let's see how this is looking. All right, so if you're just joining, this is my entry for the 30-day card making challenge. This is day 19, and the theme is North Pole, and to show Santa's elves hard at work making toys. And so the cards, by the way, are adorable that I took a sneak peek this morning. I haven't had it since like 6 o'clock this morning. I haven't had a chance to look. But the ones this morning, there were only a few, were adorable. But I'm going to try and do something a little different here by using the trusty tool set. Okay, I'm really liking how that layout is going. So now I've got a stylish shaped circle because again, I'm just trying to copy this card. And then I was thinking I would put just a little elf here and maybe a sentiment there. So let's get this guy colored. So I'm using the ivory blends for his skin tone. And this, so all the blends come in duos and most of them are one color and then you get a dark and a light version. This one is just kind of a staple that you need it has ivory and it has bronze. So I'm going to use the bronze too to make his hair. just like that. This set is so cute. Do any of you have this set? I have used it so much, and I'm really not, like typically the cutesy stamps I stay away from. But this one, instantly when I saw it, I thought, oh, I need to have this one. I'm that person that I have 500 flower sets because that's what I like. And then I see everybody else make the cutesy ones, and that's when I really like them, but I still tend not to buy them. So I know some of you that follow me were saying that no, you didn't have this, and then decided to get it after seeing all the cute cards people were making. All right, I think, let's see, is that just too much white? No, I think that's adorable. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave him like that. All right, now before I lay down, so the reason I chose this is because I am trying to create several scenes of a workshop. And so I was thinking each layer. So the inside layer, I'm coming back to my trusty tools. And I'm using all the dies. I don't know if I'll use any of the stamps from here, but the dies are amazing because you have all the different tools. And so I've got this, gosh, I don't know, pegboard, that's what it's called. And I went ahead and die cut that already, and I did it in the Poppy Parade, and I want to hide that in here. So when I glue this down, I want to see if I can get that covered. Okay, and it looks like I'll be able to. I've got a little bit peeking through there. All right, so let me get, oh, here's what will make sense. We are going to go ahead and just glue this right down in the center. I'm going to pop it up, actually. This is going to be one that has lots of dimensionals. I don't know if this is a good envelope through the mail card. So Tracy says she doesn't have this one. Not a fan of coloring. Yeah, coloring has grown on me. I haven't always been a fan of it either. I feel like the blends have helped me a lot. Back when I was using the aqua painters and whatever this thing is called, it looked like a child colored it. I feel like with the blends, I'm looking a little bit more like an expert, so I don't mind the coloring as much anymore. All right, so now I just want to lay these down so that that gets covered. I guess maybe I shouldn't have put that yet. All right, so we're going to have that little bit, but hang on. I might still be able to make that work. And if I have a little bit of red hanging out, it's okay, as long as my tools aren't. That'll be the secret part. Okay, so now we're gonna put glue on these flaps. All right, I think that one is finally done. Oh, Linda, you do have it. Using it for gift tags, yes. I did a mega class in October, and I featured the Festive Friends, and we did make some tags with it too. I just feel like I don't know, and the dies that go with it are amazing. It's such a good set. Okay, and then we're gonna put this flap. And then I just want it to cover up that bottom, but I do want a good layered look. Okay, I think I like that. And then we're gonna flip this over, and this is gonna get glued to the card front. I'm gonna have to get some of this stuff out of the way. It's driving me crazy. All right, again, we're gonna put that there. And did I lose my little green strip? That's not the right one. See, it's getting too messy in here. I start losing stuff. All right, did anybody see where that went? Oh, I might have to cut another one. Okay, well, I'm still not going to glue that there. Diane says she doesn't have the set, but he's so cute. All right. I think I'm loving him just like that. But now I've got to think about my flap. Sorry, so now it's time where I really do need to find that green piece. You know what's going to happen? As soon as I cut another one and put glue down, it's going to appear. That same one keeps popping up. Okay, I guess we're doing another one. So I want to say I did 2 1/8 by 3 1/8. So 1, 2, 3. I think I want to do 3/8. 3 3/8 by 1, 2, and 3/8. Okay, that should be easy to remember. 2 3/8, 3 3/8. Okay, gosh, I love this paper. I don't know if I really used that to its full advantage last year. Okay, so let's get these glued down. And now that I'm looking at the back, I know why I didn't use that, because I loved this, the holly. I used that a lot last year. Okay, now I'm just going to put glue on the top of this because as a reminder, I want this flap to be able to open. So we don't want to glue it shut. I am not going to cover all that red that I thought I would. Okay. Putting some trees behind this would look cute. Because I'm going to be using so many die cuts on the inside, I'm going to keep it somewhat simple. I might need to put something right there. That might be where my sentiment goes. Okay, so now we're going to open this flap. And here's where we have some options, because I can put something here, I can put something here. And so I've die cut a whole bunch of different things. And again, this is all coming from Trusty Tools. So this is the drill bit. And then, like I was thinking if I put that there, and I could put an elf with him, or I could put the elf over here. And then I also did these, so the wrench and the pliers. Oh, of course, but we would need an elf there. I'm not sure I'm liking that guy, but maybe it's just because he's not colored yet. All right, so let's get some of these colored. I'm gonna try and go fast. While I'm doing this, as a reminder, I'll be live on Saturday with day 22 challenge. I think it's poinsettias, but I'm not positive. And then next week, I will not be live at all. I'll be spending time with family for Thanksgiving. But look, every day I will still post. I just won't be able to go live. So look for that every day. So cute. Oh, see, he looks much better there when he's actually has color added. Let's mix some red and green with this one. I just realized I haven't been coloring any mittens or boots on this guy. It does look really cute with black or even Secret Sea. I've been coloring it, the boots on him and Santa. Anybody else have plans for Thanksgiving? Who of you out there is going to have the most people at your house? We'll have a contest. We'll see who will have the most. It will not be me. Okay, I think. Oh, but see, now I have to think about when I'm closing it. Yeah, we don't want him sticking out. So what if we do it more like this and put him over here? Okay. I don't know. Is this looking like Santa's workshop, or am I stretching the theme too much? Yeah, I think I just want the one elf here. And we'll put the dimensional there so I'm not getting too much in here. I did make a little hammer too. I don't know, what looks better, the hammer or the drill? And if I have the hammer, do I have room? Oh, I like the hammer because look, I have room for another elf. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So let me glue this guy down first so that I can see where the hammer will go. Oh, Tracy, that sounds like, is it a nursing shift? My husband is a nurse, so he works those 12s. He used to work the night. I'm very thankful that he now works the days. It is really rough to keep up that night schedule. Either that or maybe you're law enforcement, firefighter. Oh, look, it looks so cute. It looks like he's holding it. Okay. And again, I'm trying to keep everything hidden so that each time the person that receives this card has the, like there's a flap that shows another surprise. Okay, so far, and like I said, I think I'm going to add a Merry Christmas or something there. Okay, and then this will get opened, and I have just another white piece in there. And then of course I was thinking of doing something in here. But I was thinking about making my elf more cutesy. I don't know if that's the right word. Doing more, not the red and green colors. That's what I'm looking for. And I don't want to, I think it's tomorrow's challenge is, I use Petal Pink, Lost Lagoon, and Misty Moonlight. And it looks, I love the card. And it also uses Festive Friends. When I saw those colors together, I thought they just looked so whimsical, and this does well for that. So let's see. Let's do Lost Lagoon and how about Flirty Flamingo? I want something really pink. I don't know. We'll see how this looks with the green backgrounds. If I don't like it, we just won't put it in. Oh, 911 dispatcher. Okay. Yeah, regardless of the job. Yeah, those hours are rough. That looks like cloud cover. That's going to really make him look sleepy. I grabbed the wrong one. Although I'm liking those colors together. All right, I'm not sure about these colors. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with more of a traditional. So my idea was that I was going to add some paints on the inside as like that last layer of a workshop. But now that I'm seeing it, my idea isn't really working. So let's see, what have I not used? I haven't used tape measure. I still have my drill. But that looks kind of weird in there too. Maybe if I go back to the paintbrush idea, but make it traditional colors. All right, so let's see, but I'm going to stamp it. Oh, that block's not big enough. All right, so I'm going to use Secret C. It's the new black, in case you haven't heard. Okay, I just made that up. And then, oh, there it is. Sorry, I was looking for on. So part of the stamp set, then they've got the little paint part, and I couldn't find it, but it was right in front of my face. And we'll go with Poppy Parade. And we're just going to put that at the end. Just like that. And then I feel like there needs to be an elf here, but I'm not liking the elf on there. All right, so my inside is a little bit disappointing to me. I was hoping to really create another scene. If you have some ideas, let me know. Diane says Secret C is the color for me. Oh, I'm with you. It is my favorite color. I could live without black completely and just use that. All right. Let's get out. I've been using Tis this season a lot just because I like the layout of it. I'm not sure Peace, Love, and I'm sorry, I'm looking through my stamps right now. I'm not sure Peace, love, and joy is what I really want on this one. How about be jolly? Choo-choo. Or I wonder if I should stick with the we wish you a Merry Christmas since I am going with all the different. Yeah, let me stick in the same stamp set and stick with, since I've got all the elves, we wish you a Merry Christmas would be cute. All right, now warning on this one. Sorry for all that noise. I never stamp this one straight. I swear it is not on the rubber correctly, which is why I'm totally okay with the rubber going away. So my secret, if you can call it that, because it still doesn't always stamp correctly, is, all right, let me get it which one is higher. I feel like the left side is higher on the stamp. I probably have it backwards, but we'll see. So I stamp it just a little off. I try and make it crooked on purpose. Oh, look at that. Okay, that looks pretty darn straight. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be up there. And now that I'm thinking about it, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm gonna just kind of cut around it. Too bad I'm wasting such a good straight one. Hi, Carrie. Ooh, and you say you're late, but it's really late for you. It's got to be past your bedtime, right? Oh, no, opposite. You're just getting up in the morning. It's in the morning. All right, so do I like it there? Oh, I kind of like it there. Maybe up. No, that's too high. I feel like that's going to look ugly when the flap's open, so I don't want it there. I think I'm just going to glue it right there. And then, I don't know, maybe some peppermint gems. That makes every card better, right? Or do we want these sequins? I think that's too much. Let's pull out these peppermints. Yeah, the peppermints always work. That still looks off balance to me. What if there's one down here? That kind of gets lost. How about up there? Oh, hi. Thanks for joining. I think this is your first time with me, at least live, so welcome. And yes, another Aussie. I have lots of people from Australia watching, which I absolutely love. All right, so this one definitely didn't turn out as I had envisioned, but I still think it's a cute card. I'm loving these papers together, and of course the elf on the front. And so then the idea is... Again, the theme, if you're just joining, is North Pole elves hard at work making toys. So I have them in their workshop. They're not actually making any toys, but they've got their tools ready, even the paintbrush. And like I said, I feel like this is my disappointment. Like I was missing something. Ooh, but now that I see that, I'm thinking I could even be putting something there. So this one might be a work in progress. If you haven't been watching, every day I'm posting a live or a reel that is showing the 30-day card making challenge, and every day there's a new theme. So check in every day. If you missed any, go back. And then, like I said, tomorrow I'll have a new post and I will be live again Saturday morning. So I will see you then. Have a great day or night, whichever one is your deal. See you later.